Yay! What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello. Happy 2020!
Woohoo!
Your faces. Awesome.
Finally.
Did your little one get a haircut, Heather?
Him? A while back. It doesn't push back, so he looks like, when we don't do it, they look, yeah. I'm like, you guys gotta do your hair.
New hair.
It looks like someone put a bowl on his head and was like,
cut.
Like the 90s.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's make sure we are recording as people are hopping on. So what we're going to do is we're going to be going into a power hour, but mostly we're going to be kind of starting off with a mindset for 2020, for individual selves, for businesses, and then I'm going to show you not only how to do a power hour, but a power half hour, because a lot of times we just don't have time to sit down and do a power hour, and we can knock out just as much in just 30 minutes. But a lot of this is just mindset and how we need to just change the narrative in our mind to get us to where we need to go. Because even if the narrative has gotten us here and we've lost weight and we've done things, we've done badass, awesome things in our own health and wellness journey, that doesn't mean it's going to keep us to continue on with where we're going. So whatever narrative that could be stopping us from going into this next phase of our lives needs to stop, and we're going to double it all because it's 2020. It's 2020 vision. It's time to just get shit done. There's no more excuses. You know what I mean? No matter how long we've been in this or if we're just starting off, there's zero reason to not show up and be our best and do this 30-minute power hour that I'm about to go through with you guys. But we're going to go through some mindset tips first. And mostly it starts with the basic habits. You know, the basic habits of this business is we have to talk to people. Like, that's the ingredients of this. I mean, I know you all are like, no. But anyone who's watching this recording on top of that, and sometimes I need to tell myself, like, hey, you got to go out and talk to people. I know I might not be in the best mood. I know I might be in my own hole. I know that I might be going through like not feeling great or like really wanting to watch this football game and drink a glass of wine with my man. But like at the end of the day, if we're not doing this power 30 minutes and talking to people, we're not moving our business forward. And the thing is with this business is if we're not moving our business forward, not only are we not doing anything good for ourselves, but we're not doing good for anybody at all. And sometimes we can get lost and losing where should we invite or who should we invite. And the thing is it starts off with, if we don't know who we're inviting, it's because we haven't connected prior to that. It's because we haven't talked with people prior to that. If we don't know who to invite, it's because we don't know who needs this business and who needs a challenge group, because we haven't done the time with our power hours or power 30 minutes prior to inviting. So it's very, very, very vital that, you know, a lot of us want to just send out cold invites and it doesn't feel weird. And it's really easy for some people just to be like, hey, you want to join me? And it's just like so simple. But right now with where social media is at and where life is at, and what really makes, I know most of us on here and whoever is watching, it makes us feel good when we invite somebody to join us, is because we know that we have a solution to something that they've said that they've needed in prior conversations. And when we carve out 30 minutes to an hour 4 times a week, and you guys, we can do it 7 times a week, but on this call, I'm giving us the bare minimum what we need to do in this business to move it forward. And it is 4 times a week doing our power 30 minutes to a power hour. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to give us a power 30 minutes on this call. And if you're ready to double that time and you're ready to move it forward, that's fine. But I want all of us to be able to, we got to start high-fiving ourselves some more. Seriously, like we got to start saying like, hell yeah, I drank some water today. Like high five myself, you know, like coming out of a family where I was around a lot of disabled children growing up. And also when I was working at the gym a lot of the times where we can go awry in this business or in our own lives or in our own consistent journey is where we're like, hell yeah, I'm going to do this. And we like go really hard and we go really hard for so long. And the next thing you know, like we get burned out. We stop showing up. We don't know where to do. We're kind of depressed. We're in this hole. We've kind of lost ourselves. again, we get back into this hole of like, if we're not showing up even for our own business, we're not helping even ourselves, and we're helping nobody. So at the end of the day, we have got to find that bottom line, bare minimum, simple things that might not be easy all the time, but they're simple. And if we are refusing the simple things in our own business, then there's something else going on in this mindset that we got to figure out, because I'm about to give us the bare minimum, simple, what we have to fall back on. And this is raising the bar. How great is this with this program that we're doing right now? This is the bare minimum with the bar. And if we're ready to move it up, if we're ready to shoot forward, know that you always are going to come back down here. And this is the consistent level of where we got to go, right? So with a power hour, again, we got to high five ourselves. At the end of the day, if you go out there and you post one post every 2 days, maybe one day you work on a post, the second day you do a photo and you put them together and you post it, high five yourself. You put effort in one day, post it the next day. You know, maybe don't post something every day, and maybe that gives you some extra stress in your life right now. Like, post every other day, right? Work a little bit, and I'm going to go through this power hour with you guys, power 30, work on it a little bit, move through it, and post the next day, right? Like, we really got to start high freaking fiving ourselves, because when we start allowing ourselves to have more wins, we're going to start changing that narrative in our mind that's saying, yes, I can be a leader. Yes, I can help people. Yes, I can finish this challenge group. Yes, I am worthy. I am capable. I can do all of these amazing things that I know that I can do. I just kind of forgot, you know? So when we forget if we're good enough, if we forget if we can hit diamond, 5-star, 10-star, bring it back to this base level always, and allow ourselves to just get those simple wins under our belt and be okay with it just being the simple that I'm about to go through. Yes, we have that tracker, we have the business tracker, but I'm going to make it even more simple and squash some of those things and cut that in half, okay? Because we need to be able to come back to, again, this level no matter what, no matter where we are, 4 times a week minimum. So before we get started, who in here for 2020 wants to move you can just type it and chat it, who wants to move their business forward and also move their health forward, mentally and physically, all of that? Let me know in the comments, por favor. Definitely, I know, right? Both, definitely both, Leslie, yes. Cool. Both. Okay. Now, so we want to move both forward. What times are you guys going to be doing your power hours every single week? We have that list up from all of the 9-star to 15 stars. So what times are you planning on doing your power hours? 4 times a week. Maybe you can just do 3 and the 4th one's a floater, but what times are you planning on doing the power hour? Type that shit out, because I know some people in here still need some success partners. If you guys, I can pull up the graphic just in case if it's been floating around like crazy, but it is on Mountain Standard Time. I believe it's the top of when we go to our team page, which we should be doing every single day, and also in the Beatnik page, just in case our team misses something and we forget to post it. And of course I can't find it right now. I've only been staring at it for like 3 days. Okay, here we go. Sharing a screen. I think everyone already. So I'm planning Monday through Thursday doing the 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then Fridays, I'm going to be doing it at any point in time, but those are my 4 days a week. And then Mallory and I know we'll be seeing each other at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then just whenever I can. But where'd my chat go? So who do we have here? 5 a.m. Okay, Leslie. So we're going to see you. Okay, no, you've created your own. Okay, boss, I see you. Mm-hmm. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't see a time on this list, you can create your own. Why wait for someone else to tell you when to do a power hour? Leslie's already done that. That's awesome. Mallory, in addition to, so that's 8 power hours. Bianca, you already told us in our group too, but the evening ones, which is great. And if you can do do them during lunch, that's awesome. Heather, you're doing yours in the afternoon. That's awesome. So you're probably going to be doing the 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Heather, because it's so good when we can finally, no, sorry, the other Heather. I just need to call you guys by your last name, brag. Mm-hmm. Played soccer. It's like just kind of natural to do that anyways. Yes, Kristen, we chatted about this. 11 a.m. hoping that I'll be able to catch you on there too. Cool, you guys. So maybe check out everyone's times on here and maybe shoot someone a direct message and be like, hey, do you want to, this is for the whole quarter of the first quarter of 2020. If you just want to do a month, or if you just want to do it through the entire program of BAR, or if you want to do it through the whole quarter, find a success partner and let each other know how you're going to hold each other accountable to show up. Because if you are for whatever reason can't get in your own power hour, you can't motivate yourself to do your own power hour, the point of a success partner is to make our asses sit down and do this damn thing, because no one else, this is our business. Our business it's fun, but that's the fun comes after all the hard work. I think I've tried to say this quote so many times in these calls before, but the fun and the success happens when we do hard things well, right? We got to put in work in order to have fun. And if you can make a legacy through working for 30 minutes to an hour, 4 times a week minimum, why not do that, right? So one last thing before I start going into this is Success Club. And Mallory, one of your videos, I think you reposted or recorded of Ashley Molstead saying, if we're telling ourselves that Success Club 6 is too hard, if we're telling ourselves that we can't help people, if we're telling ourselves this and that, right now, we need to tell ourselves that we need to go for Success Club 12. Because if we're telling ourselves that Success Club 6 is too hard, there is absolutely no way you're right or you're wrong, but no one's going to want to work with that person, right? You got to be so busy working your ass to Success Club 12 that you forget about the negative thing that's going on in your mind trying to get your ass to Success Club 6, right? Whatever negative thing you're telling yourself that Success Club 6 isn't working, write it down. Carl Deichler did this on our National Wake Up Call yesterday. Whatever is in our mind saying that we can't do it, write it down and cross that shit out and double the goal and get ourselves so focused that we forget about the negative thing in our head and we start working, right? We don't have time to talk to ourselves negatively. We're too good for that. You're too good for it. God did not bring you to this earth to talk to yourself negatively, right? No way. We are a part of this Fit Life tribe. We're here to make some shit happen and have some fun with it. But it also comes with doing the consistent things, high-fiving ourselves, and allowing ourselves to get those wins, those awesome wins, and going for those goals. We have to be able to help 3 people a month, and we're only going to start doing that when we get consistent with this power hour, okay? So the recipe for doing our power hour. Now, this is in addition to already doing our workout, drinking our Shaco or nutrition if we're on the performance stack. What I'm doing right now with all my girls in my challenge tracker, even though you can only log Shaco, I'm also letting them know that they can act like they're logging Shaco, but just take a photo of them doing the performance stack instead. So drink our drinks, do our workouts, personal development, right? In addition to those 3 things, this is our power hour. Okay, so because at the end of the day, how are we going to be able to connect and feel like we can give something to somebody if we're not being consistent with those other things? Personal development is the thing that keeps us all together. It's the thing that keeps our minds intact. It's the positive stuff that allows us to keep moving forward. Doing a program allows us to keep moving forward, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this power half hour, this power hour is in addition to those three things, right? We have to have those three things on our plate at all time. Are we always going to be working out in between program to program? No, but we're going to be moving. We're going to be staying active. We're not going to be living a high and low binge workout eating life, right? We're still going to be living a healthy, fit life in between programs, but we're going to, we're allowed to take off in between programs a week or two and do whatever the heck we want, but we're still sharing that we're active. So living a fit life, literally, truly, from the heart, from the mind, from the body, working out, good nutrition, and studying for our own minds to make us better is what we thrive from. That's where we gotta own it. So from those three things, in addition to this, I'm going to break this into 3 different sections, and they can be taken in a full hour if you want to, but this first section is pretty fun. It's 20 minutes, and we're going to be doing it in 2s because we're obviously in 2020. So if you guys want to write this down, and this is, knock on wood, me not saying to ditch your tracker at all. This is me saying to write this down, move through this and do this as your own power hour. And then you can look at the tracker and you'll be able to still cross some things off of the tracker, right? But sometimes we need to take it a step back and we need to focus on what we got to do at the bare minimum. Again, remember, this is the bottom line and we only move up from here, right? Last thing, when I was on a power hour today, she kept saying, I thought this was so funny. I feel like a lot of you out there would really appreciate this. There's a tree outside in the front and you got to knock that tree down, right? You have so many days or you have so many months to knock it down. You have one axe and the axe is leaning up against the tree. And she's like, okay, well, what I need you to do is I need you to go out there and I need you to whack at that tree with that axe 5 times or until it gets knocked down. So you go out there every single morning, first thing, pick up that axe and you whack that tree 5 times, right? Go back inside, handle your life, right? Go back out there next day, same thing. Go after the tree, hit it 5 times, go back inside, handle your life, take care of your family, eat your stuff, eat what you work out, do whatever you got to do. Next morning, same thing. Go after that tree, hit it 5 times, and do what we got to do. But sometimes we get so busy looking at our neighbor and they're just whacking away at the tree, right? And they're just hammering it and they're going after it. And we start thinking, why are they doing that? I want to do that. That's motivating me. I want to do it. But then we go back out there a day later and we start just hitting this tree. I mean, you guys all know this from our own workouts. We go so hard and so burned out sometimes the next 3 days we're out. We can't show up. We can't work. We're exhausted. We don't want to do that. But because we decided to do the most, like we don't need to do the most all the time. We just need to do the simple, basic, little tiny things that are going to move it forward. Because if we're out there every morning, we hit it 5 times, go back inside and handle our life, put the phone down, walk away. That's the point of a power half hour, is to walk away from the phone, not worry about it, right? Again, showing up, 5 times, walk back inside, and now we're wondering, where's our neighbor? They haven't been out here in 2 weeks. But I'm showing up every single day, right? We got to make sure that we're at least showing up 4 times minimum a week. All right, so on a piece of paper, in the first, looks like 12 boxes or lines that I have. If you're a line person or not a line person, you like a blank sheet of paper, whatever it is. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? I'm just going to write 2. All right. On that first one, that first 2, this section is going to be 20 minutes, okay? It can, if you do it in 10, that's awesome. But it's going to be in 20 minutes, and we're going to take care of these 12 things in under 20 minutes. And what I like to do is, what I like to think of this is, take care of your business. So take care of your own business. This is someone walking into your storefront, and you're going to be hospitable to them. You're going to say hi. You're going to welcome them in. You're going to ask how you can help them. You're going to connect. You're going to do all the things, right? So this first section is us talking about how we can take care of our business. And then after this, we're going to talk about how we're going to maybe leave our business and go outside of our business and meet people. Okay, so this first 20 minutes, first 2, next to the first 2, we're going to write thanks. And this is when we go into our stories on our Instagram or on our Facebook. And if you guys all want to do this, we can do this together. I like to go to, it usually pulls up your first story. So when you hit, you're seen by at the very bottom, you hit that. And you're going to go in here, and what you're going to do is you're going to find someone that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, or you haven't talked to at all, and you're just simply going to say, let me get this out because I actually have to type it out when I'm thinking. Hey girl, thanks so much for watching my stories. I really appreciate your constant love and support through my crazy health and wellness journey life. Are you on a health and wellness journey as well? Happy Monday or happy Tuesday. That's it. We're just going to send 2 of those. That's it. Just 2. Right? Simple as that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just knock out those 2. Hey, boo. Thanks for watching my stories. Thanks for supporting me in my health and wellness journey, or my crazy mama life, or I might write my crazy fur mom life, weird face. Are you on a health and wellness journey too? Either way, love connecting with my people. Happy Monday. Cheers. Now, again, that's my verbiage. If that sounds like something that you can rock and roll with too, but maybe change it up a little bit, do that. Do something that's going to allow you to say, thank you for coming into my storefront. I love connecting with you. Are you on a health and wellness journey too? So simple, connecting, new people. Who are you? What's up? All that good stuff. Sometimes I also like to say, hey, sister, saw that you saw you viewing my stories. Thanks so much for your support. On and on and on. Or you can even go to people who have liked your photo, liked your most recent post. Thanks for supporting me in my journey. I still don't think it's weird to say Happy New Year. You could be like, I hope you had a great New Year. Happy holidays. All the best to you. Have any bucket list items to check off in this new year? There's another one. Thanks for supporting me in my health journey. Happy New Year's to you. Do you have any bucket list items to check off in this new year? Love connecting with new people. Mallory, I just saw you scrolling. Like, who have I not talked to? It's so, Heather, you too. I know I'm like, have to scroll all the way down to find people now. Like, I've talked to you,
Same, Mallory. I have all the same people that I've already like talked to on my stories.
Yeah, I was like, not you, not you. And then I was like, ooh, it's been a bit. And then I like went into the message and I was like, August? What's going on? It's been a while. Yeah, so there's some in there.
It really is. Okay, looks like we all kind of finished up with this. All right, so the next two. So under next two, I go to connects, or right, connect, next to the next two. Let me just save this person real quick. And then what I do is I'll go back into my stories as well, see who's viewing my stories, and I want to interact with the people who have the red circle around them. And I'm gonna wanna click onto their page, and I'm gonna wanna click onto their stories, and I'm going to wanna comment on one of their stories, right? Because they came into my space, so I want to connect back with them at that same level. So I'm connecting with them. And when I say go back in and comment on their stories, don't just like do a laughy, hard-eye face. Like, say something that's going to mean something. There's always the, and say it from the heart. Like, say it from like how you mean it. Like, as a human being to another human being, this isn't you becoming best friends with somebody. This isn't you marrying this person. This isn't you wanting them to be your best friend either. This is simply making an honest connection with somebody. And comment maybe something like, I think Julie made a really good one on one of her power hours. Like, she would go through people's stories, and if their son was acting crazy, she'd be like, oh my God, your son is insane. Like, so is mine. Like, haha, how can, like, go high five moms. Like, how do you handle that, right? So go back in, find who's watching your stories, click their stories, move through their stories, and comment on one of those things that speaks to you. Like, whatever comes to your mind, say it. Like, blah, like, say it. Like, do what comes to your mind in their stories.
Just two of those again?
Yeah, just two. It seems so easy, right? Just to like, right, but it's just two. It'd be easy to be like, oh, I'm here, I'm doing it. Like, I want to do 3, I want to do 4. Like, you know what I mean? But no, 2. Like, cut yourself off, because we got to at least get good at this first before we make ourselves do the most, right? Yeah, so just 2. So the 2 connects. All right, so looks like everyone's kind of wrapping up. Awesome. So the next one after this, wait just a second longer. Cool, you guys look great. Okay, so the second one, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and rolling on this. Second one is invites, 2 invites. Okay, send an invite. Send an invite to maybe someone you've been connecting with. Someone like, girl, oh my gosh, I forgot to ask you that I'm doing a wellness group and it starts on Monday. Would you be interested in joining me? I know that you said you wanted to X, Y, and Z. We also have a super weekend this weekend. Maybe ask 2 of your friends to come to the super weekend with you. Send them a text, send out 2 invites. If we're just now getting started on this power hour thing, you might not have those invites right away who you want to connect with. So use your really, really warm market, like your best friends and your significant others, parents, moms, sisters, anybody. Send 2 invites to your next wellness group to do a program with you. If you're not running a wellness group, you need to know of one that you can drop your people into to do it with you, or invite to a super weekend. But invite to some activity that is going to move your business forward. Send that invite. Just, hey sis, I'm doing this bar program. I'd love some accountability. I'd love for you to do this with me. Let's go. Success Club 12. Whatever negative stuff that's coming to the mind, Success Club 12. Keep going. You got any time for that negative BS? Your life doesn't have time for that. There's too many people waiting for you.
Thought was pronounced quick.
Oh, hey, Brittany Leggett, what's up? I see you stalking my stories. Hey, girl, what's up? Do I say hi?
Hey, girl, come speak on our team call. Thanks, bye.
Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, boo, thanks for supporting my coaching journey. Just had to say hi. Show you that I'm working this business, boo. Let's go. All right, y'all, are we about there? Or did it take a second to like think about who to invite? Just two people. And if we can't think of someone to invite right now, it's really easy. I'm not going to go over personal development here in a second, but if you're inviting, just you can mute me or turn me off so I don't interrupt you. But here are more than 300 thought starters to activate your brain cells into recalling how many people you know. And it goes with accountant, acquaintances, an active person, adult education classes, Air Force, Armed Forces, artists, ask a lot of questions, assistant, aunt, babysitter, baker. People like to spark a thought in your mind, like, hey, boo, I thought, like, I remember when I first started this coaching thing, I was like, Nikki, how do I invite people? like, she was like, how would you ask your mom to do a program with you? I'd be like, I would just tell her to do it. She'd be like, okay, that's not how we invite people. So, so she walked me through and she said, you need to basically say, hey, boo, I'm doing this program. I'm starting it in a week. I thought of you because of X, Y, and Z. Would you have any interest in all in joining us? If not, no worries. Either way, just wanted to reach back out because I thought of you and I thought this would be something that you and I could rock together. And that's it. You never know unless you simply ask. And especially when it comes from a place of I thought of you because of something honest, like that is what we're about. We're about the honesty. We're about the realness. We're about the work, right? That's what it takes. So racking our mind, or maybe even going through like the alphabet, A, B, C, D, you know what I mean? Like whose name starts with an A? Go there that you know of, right? All right, I'll give us another minute or two. All right, I think we understand that's the next two, the invite to, right? That part's going to become easier, but we got to move forward, okay? Next two, so we've already done the first two. So the two is thank you for watching my stories and supporting my journey, or thank you for liking my post and joining my journey, or you on a health journey too. The second one is connecting, going back in, finding the people who also have stories live, connecting through their stories. Second is 2 invites, because we've been connecting with people over time, or if we're still in our warm market. I have not yet run out of my warm market yet, you guys, and I've been doing this for 4 years. I have not signed up everyone from my warm market yet. I've been doing this for 4 years. We're not really ever going to run out, because the more we're connecting with people, even locally, they're going to become a part of our warm market. Next, 2, follow-ups. So kind of like what Mallory just found out when she was going through her stories, like, oh, I haven't really talked to you since August. Maybe we kind of dropped the ball with following up with someone, or maybe someone turned you down in December. It takes everyone at least 7 times in their own mind and in an interaction until they are comfortable and they trust you and they're ready to say yes. So the more often we are showing up in our posts and on our social media and we're connecting with them and they know that we're running a wellness group, the sooner they're going to say yes when you say, hey, I'm running a wellness group. Do you want to join me? So the more we are doing the things like posting and doing call to actions while we're also connecting with them and building that trust, the more quickly they're going to say yes. But they're going to say no. I mean, moms out there, does your child argue with you every day? How do we not expect a stranger to tell us no every day? You know what I mean? Does our significant other not agree with us all the time? Do our parents not agree with us all the time, right? We can't expect to go out there every single day and just be like, nail a conversation, first time always, boom, 12, a Success Club 12, 6 people are helped this month, I'm done. Like, that's not realistic. If we keep putting ourselves to those standards, we're going to fail. But we have to hold ourselves to the standards of these little things that we're doing right now, of the consistency, right? The more no's, I've been trying to tell myself I'm going to go for 100 no's every single month. Sooner I can get to 100 no's, the sooner I'm going to get to, I'll probably get more yeses before I get 100 no's. But I'm going for 100 no's every single month because I know that I'm going to get a lot of yeses in between 0 and 100, right? So we got to get the no's, because those no's are going to turn into yeses from people months later, right? So the next one too is a follow-up. So follow up with someone from a month ago, or follow up with someone on Friday that maybe you sent a share cart to and you don't see their information in your back office yet. We should, if you sent them a challenge pack, I only usually wait 2 days, or wherever that conversation was left off, and just follow back up with them. What feels normal? Does anyone have any questions on how to follow up with somebody? For those of you who know how to do it, go ahead and do it. But questions are more than welcome for these, because this was something that also Nikki needed to help walk me through, because I was just like, yo, girl, where are you at? Like, not good. not good. It's like, that's the thing, is that everyone's like, be your normal self. I'm like, well, I was, and that didn't work. So
I'm not seeing the issue with that. Yo, girl, where you at? You said you're gonna come and you're not here.
Don't see you. There's some tact that we need to have as humans. It's like going into like a nice dinner, you know what I mean? You're not going to wear muddy shoes. I mean, you can, but you don't want to. You want to be accepted a little bit for them to at least hear what you have to say. And then you can get a little ratchet after a few drinks, right? Like, be easy. And then that's where you become best friends. It's not the opposite. Right? You guys can make they can have a connection with you through your stories and through your posts. You yourself also don't need that best friend energy right away. You're just simply wondering if you can help them start a program with you with some tact. Okay. So just two, and let's kind of, these should be easy because we should have been inviting or connecting. And if we don't have anyone to follow up with yet, give yourself some grace. Maybe send out 2 more invites or do 2 more connects or thank yous, because in a week, you'll have people to follow up with, right? So allow that funnel to be where it is right now, and then we'll have it for next week, right? If we don't have anyone to follow up with, move on, okay? And we're gonna move on because we gotta get going. The next 2 is 2 posts. So, and what I'm saying, what I mean by 2 posts, okay? So if we're working on our 2 posts, what I like to think of, what I'm trying to do is a post that I post on Instagram one day, I'm gonna take that post, I'm gonna post it on Facebook the next day, right? Or you can post Instagram and Facebook on the same day, and then the day in between, work on your posts, right? Or get a photo together, write some ideas down, get it going, right? Majority of the time, these posts should be simple, just keeping an easy, simple update, 4 sentences or less. And then when we have time, and I'll get to that in a second, I'll get to that in a little bit, as the last part of a full hour, or when you're just feeling magical and inspired and you want to do more, that's when you can write longer posts, right? Something that's going to be moving. That's something that you can do maybe at nighttime when you're kind of unwinding and you want to get things off your chest. Right now, you can go, maybe if it's during the daytime when you're doing this, go run and get your photo. But 2 posts, figure out how you want to do it. Post to Instagram, post to Facebook, or take the Instagram photo, bring it over to Facebook, get your posts up somewhere, or work on a post that you can have for the next day, right? We're going to give ourselves like 2 minutes on this. Really, in like a 20-minute span, it would be like 5. But we're going to work on this for like 2 more minutes. So maybe find some photos that you like. If you need to edit those, add your filter, because everyone should have a filter from Lightroom, and add it onto there. Okay, you guys. As you wrap that up, another fun, really cool thing too is when we are recording ourselves, let's say in the middle of a workout, when we record it on not the selfie side of the camera, but on the other side, and a higher frame per second, not necessarily in HD, but like 60 frames per second, where it's like quick, it's really easy to go back into that video, even if it's just 2 or 3 minutes of you recording yourself, because in our stories, we have to show that we worked out that day, right? So as we recorded ourselves, set up that phone, make sure it's, good lighting. We're recording it on from the other side, recording ourselves. We can go back through that video, screenshot even something that simple, and then add your filter to that. And that could be your photo for the day or every other day, right? Or that can be the face cover of your video that you upload, right? So it can match the rest of your aesthetics on your Instagram. So we're going to move forward because everyone has their own way of posting and figuring that out. But last two is 2 shout outs. So this one should be super easy because we have a really awesome, big, kick-ass team. So finding people that are just crushing the business right now, before and after photos. Ashley Koza just posted a before and after photo. I'm going to take that photo, I'm going to share it to my stories and shout her out. And then I'm going to find somebody else who's also been kicking ass at this business on our team. What I also like to do, I'm going to share this real quick, is when you go into your, let's say I want to share, or I'll just save this, for example, how you can save post, you can add it to a collection. I've made all of these collections. You can go to back to the transformations that you've saved, because whenever someone says in Beatnik, because you should be checking on Beatnik, does anyone have a 3-day transformation or a 3-day refresh transformation, and people are just dropping photos like bombs in the comments of those people asking for those transformations. And I can go back into this transformation thing at any point in time and just share it. Even if I want to just scroll, I don't know how to get to those groups right now, but I can go back into those transformations solely and just record myself, put a fun song on it, and just scroll through those transformations and being like, way to go, babes, way to kick some ass, right? Shouting somebody out, or shouting someone that's on your team who just hit emerald, or shouting someone out who just hit diamond, shouting someone who just went 1-star, 2-star, shouting 2 people out. And then they can also share that on their stories, right? So 2 shout outs, let's get that done right now. And if you're someone that likes music, or if you don't, do you, whatever you want to do to make your power hour worthy of your time, put on some music or don't put on music, whatever you want to do. So another thing that you can do, and we're going to wrap that up. Another thing that you can do is, let's say there's someone that's like, there's people that keep giving you like the runaround of like, it costs too much, I don't have time. Finding someone who has a story, or I'm pregnant, I don't want to do this. I was shouting Mary Schwab out throughout the entire MM100 program, because Homegirl was doing MM100 in her 3rd trimester. So when I had moms tell me that they couldn't do it because they were pregnant, and here's Mary Schwab kicking ass, rocking it, and taking names, I am going to go over to her profile and I'm going to share one of her posts, and I'm not only going to share it once, but I'm going to share it twice. And I'm going to share the first one like, holy moly, look at this mama rocking our program. Share it again, full-time working mama of 3 or of 2 with the 3rd one on the way, hubby and her just opened up a second business center. Could say that she has no time, but she's still making time for herself. Showing others that are giving you an excuse that it's possible is another that, and we have it all on the team. Our team kicks ass. There's no, like with Courtney as well, when she was going through her shoulder thing, Courtney was showing up and still working out even when she had an issue with her shoulder. And if someone tells me that they're injured, obviously within reason, you can still get shit done, right? Use our team. That's the beauty of having an awesome team that's willing to show up. But when we also show up for ourselves, like Courtney was doing, like Mary was doing, we have more of an opportunity for our team to share it. And it gives our team and our people even more of an opportunity to share it on their story. It's just content and stories to share all the time and the day if we're doing this for ourselves, right? So those are the last two for the shout out. So the first two is thanks. Second two are connects. Next two are invites. The next two are 2 follow-ups. Next two are posts, working on your post. Last two are shout outs. Now, if you underneath this, if you want to write bonus 2, go to 2 local events a month where you can meet people. Or if you're connecting with people and they're local and they like the same football team as you, ask them if they want to go and watch a football game with you somewhere. Meet up in a public place, maybe go to yoga together, but start making those local connections too. Get out into a local area and meet people. Let them see that you're here. And one other thing that I want to talk about with like the local communities, because I love more of like social media was not my thing when I first started this business. Again, I'm going to stay until I'm blue in the face. I did nothing but do the local thing for the first year and a half of this business. And I still do the local thing because I think and I really feel that the local community is where it's like kind of like, back in the day where like church was important. Like that was where your community is. That's where like the love and everything like that lies. Hair and fur hair. And then so when we can just start local and keep it local and build upon that, and people can see that you're a real human behind social media, it can only help. But what I love to do also is if I have gone out or I'm meeting people for the first time or we're at an event and let's say it's late night, I'm going to make sure that I'm kind of the first person to leave, and I'm going to say, I have an early workout to do in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. Great to meet you. Nice to know you. Because I don't want to overstay my welcome ever. 2, I want them to question, what the heck workout am I doing? Or 3rd, if we're out and we're eating anywhere and they see that I'm ordering this and not that, you know what I mean? An option to talk about food comes up and what we're doing for ourselves in our own personal health and wellness journey, right? And it also shows that we have balance. We just had our fun, but now we got to go, right? Like we can have fun, but now it's time to go and get our rest because we got shit to do in the morning, right? Like have the fun, find the balance, let people know what else you're doing. So those are the main 2 things. And then bonus, find 2 local events a month, right? Or create 2 local events. We have a super weekend this weekend. So that should all be within 20 minutes, you all. Doesn't need to be longer. And maybe if it is the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks that you do it, that's totally okay. That's awesome, Leslie. Thank you. Yeah, so just be easy, give yourself some grace. If what I just gave to you takes 30 minutes and not 20, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's cool. Just get better at it. That's all that's going to happen. It's like, it's just repetition. So the last 10 minutes, because I really wanted to do a 30-minute power hour, and I'll walk us through this, is where we're going to step outside of our business. So because we're kind of moving into like that bonus period where it was go do 2 local events a month. You know what I mean? So now we're going to go into social media, stepping outside of our business, and we are going to find people to connect with. Micah Folsom did an amazing video on this the other day, and I will drop it into our Fit Life Tribe Facebook group because she really dives into this a lot more, way more than I'm going to even try to explain this. But what I would love for us to do, if we can, if you got to go, that's fine. This is recorded, but we're going to go and we're going to get back onto our Instagram and we're going to find connections. We're going to find large Instagram names that have followers that we want to connect with. Okay. So, and this is what we're going to do. So like I follow, and this all comes back to like, what are your 5 things that really speak to you? You know, like your mom loved fashion. The person today said, what is your, like you're at a fair, what fair booths are you going to walk up to and meet people at? Right? So like, if you're not going to walk up to that booth at a fair, why are we up in someone's booth on social media, right? Fair food. Oh my God. I puked the last 2 times I had funnel cake. Anyway, so I'm not kidding. It was terrible. I was like, I don't know if I was more sad about puking it or anyways. So we're going to, what booths do you want to walk into? Do you want to walk into a yoga booth, a music booth, something with outdoor gear and fun people? Do you want to walk into a place where, what does your booth look like, right? And so we got to find those top pages that have the people that we are going to want to connect with. So, and I'm talking like people that have like 50,000 followers to a lot of followers, right? Those people, and we're going to want to save them. I'll give you an example. And just give yourself 5 to 7 of these, of your different fair booths. So my inspo booth. So I have my 6 right here. It doesn't look like, so someone's riding a skateboard because it was outdoors. One is someone who's at church. Another person is fashion. Another person is traveling. Those are part of me and the people that I want to connect with. So this one person, this Marina style person, has over 55,000 followers, right? So anyway, so that's kind of how you got to find your 5 to 7 pages where when we step out of our business and we go to connect, when we go to this fair, when we go to these booths and we want to walk into these booths and meet people because we know our people are going to be in these booths and they're who we want to connect with. These are the pages for that in the last 10 minutes of the 30, because we're going to go through that first 20 and here's the next 10. These are the pages that we're going to go to, right? So on Monday, I'm going to go to that first page. So this, you guys can do this in your own time, or you can do it now while I'm talking, whatever. And this Nikki Whiting in our Fit Life Tribe social media training, she talks about finding your 5 things. So you're going to want to find your 5 pages. And does everyone know how to save something? Right? So if you like a photo, you're going to go down to this bottom flag, you're going to push on it, and you're going to create your own collection. And what I have is my inspo booths. So I know in this 10-minute increment on Monday, I'm going to go to that first photo and I'm going to go in and I'm going to, if they just recently post, most likely they recently posted, I'm going to go into their comments and I'm going to see who has commented also and liked, right? And so when I'm in there, so I'm going to not go to Leslie's and use hers as an example. Where did my person go? But I'm going to just go back in, and someone who has a photo up that looks like, I'm also going to want to look for potential future coaches, right? I want to see if someone's got a good photo as a profile pic that makes me want to be like, she looks kind of cool. I'm going to select her name. This is all in 10 minutes, you guys, and we're going to connect with as many people as possible in 10 minutes. But I try to go for 10 in 10 minutes. And there's a lot of people that just go for 30 as well, but 10 in 10 minutes, and just usually use that as a rule of thumb on that one fair booth. And then on Tuesday, go to your next fair booth. But when you go to that first fair booth, you're just going to go in, look at the people who have commented. If they haven't recently posted, just go to their followers or who they're following. And you're going to go in, just select a person's name, see if you even like their bio, and see if you really just like them if you think that you guys could be friends. Like if they sat down next to you at a bar and you'd be like, if they asked you a question, you wouldn't be like, ew, you know what I mean? Or like, just be normal. Like, do they look like someone that you could rock and be friends with, right? And so you're just going to look at their profile. Typically it's going to be public, and all you're going to do is, again, be a human and say the first thing that comes to your mind. Like if someone's wearing something awesome like you would want to wear, comment, like it, comment, and be like, I need those pants in my life, right? And then go to another one, comment, like a few more photos, and then that's it, right? Follow, right? And here's the last thing with that. Comment, like, follow on their page, and then after you follow, you're going to go back in and you're going to sort them into February either challengers or February coaches, right? So you're in this fair booth, you're clicking someone that looks cool, you like their page, you like their bio, you follow them, take one of their photos, and you're going to save them, and you're going to create another image, and it's going to be February challenge group people, right? Because now those are the people that you can connect with tomorrow in your power hour. That makes sense? So here I am in this person's comments on someone that I would like, right? So I'm in their comments. She looks fun. I'm gonna select her page. It's private, and so here's another thing with private accounts. I typically will follow a private account if I see that they have over 1,000 followers, and they have a good profile photo and bio, because I know that means they have a good local connection. They have a deeper connection. They have a community. That's really the only time that I will do or follow someone that has a private account, because they also have the notifications on my account that lets me know when a private account follows me back. Can you screenshot your collection image so we can see the, yes. Okay. Right here. So inspo booth, and then February members. So the February members came from the comments of the people from my inspo booths. Right? And that's it. So just like going to one booth one day, finding the people, connecting with them, commenting, liking, following, and then sorting them into February challengers, right? And that is really it. Thanks, Nikki. It's nice to like do human things. Like, I think a lot of times we make this so much more overwhelming than it needs to be, and it really doesn't. If we can do that, you know what I mean? If this takes 40, 45 minutes at first, that's fine, but it's just like a workout. It's just going to get easier, and we'll get it down to 30. And then when we find the time to do more, that's when we can start creating our coaching, like what is coaching wellness, or what is coaching groups, right? Or getting challenge groups ready and getting graphics ready, stuff like that, the last 30 minutes, you know what I mean? Creating more call to action stuff on our stories. Now, and yeah, I held you guys way up over this. Last thing, when it comes to stories, I'm going to be going live in our group tomorrow in our Fit Life tribes. I'm going to be going over stories and the tracker and stuff like that and explaining it a little bit more. But when it comes to stories, the most simple things that we can do is share our personal development that we read every day, just a simple screenshot. Again, just like those 3 things that we talked about: our shakes, our workout, our personal development. Those are 3 things. And then what are the other things in our lives that are important, right? Family. So like kids, for children, right? And then if we're drinking wine, or if we're eating or making something, we can just do a call to a call to action where it's a poll where it's like, do you like breakfast for dinner or veggies for dinner? Yeah, you know what I mean? You pick one. Or like one that was so big that still blows my mind was like, do you use stemless wine glasses or do you prefer a stem? And it blew up. Like, it was like that stuff that's so simple. I typically don't like to do those like call to actions. I only like to do those types of call to actions after I've hit Success Club, or I like to throw something in there for a connection, but I'll do that on like a Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that I give myself some time in between to respond to those. But really simple stuff. Like, are you like blue or red? Great. Like, do you like green or red for Christmas more? So like really simple things. But at the end of the day, it's about being yourself, owning who you are, and you just learn more tact with it. Like I was saying, I was terrible at some things, and Nikki was like, we need to like tone you down a little bit. But that's why we're also here for each other. And that's why we have these trainings, so we can only get better. And that's why we're only going to learn when we get consistent. But own your story. For anyone who's watching this too as the recording, for someone who I know, if you're drinking Shaco every day because you have gastro issues, or I know that I'm drinking Shaco every single day because I want to have a healthy pregnancy, fingers crossed, when I get older because of all my cervical cancer stuff in the past. Mallory was drinking Shaco because it helps hypothyroidism and all that good stuff. Like, the story that we have, that we own, we got us here for a reason, and we need to own it and make ourselves show and help others see that they don't have to stay stuck, right? That is our story, and we need to own it. If we're doing these things and we're not sharing why we're doing them, we're hiding something, and people can feel that. There's a deeper reason. Love you, girl. There's a deeper reason why we're doing this, and we need to own it. We don't need to like be a negative Nancy at all. But Nikki, I think actually Nikki Whiting just posted something the other day. Like, I love looking back on all the other things I was doing, and I had anxiety and all this other stuff. And now you can see that she's happy now. Why is she happy? Because she's doing all these things for herself, right? Own our story, own where we came from. Let people know why you're doing what you're doing, and they're going to be able to connect with you more. Right? Okay. All right, you guys. I hope this helped. God, I hope this helped. And I'm going to be going live tomorrow to talk a little bit more about stories. But then otherwise, really looking forward to seeing you guys on all of those Power Hour calls that the other ladies are using. And then our next Fit Life Tribe team call is going to be the last Tuesday of the month, and we're going to be doing another Power Hour. So this is kind of like a prequel to all the Power Hours. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope this helped, and I'm here if you guys have any questions whatsoever. Nikki, you rock. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. Happy 2020, beauties. Mwah. So much love to you. See you. Bye.